We are live. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all is well. Let's rock and load. We are talking about a topic, taxes. And again, I'm just going to make this very simple. Taxes related to what? Very simple. Related to stocks, crypto. We will put in real estate for the real estate people. And we'll see what else we can get out of. We have a professional CPA coming on the live, and very careful, because I know I'm international. This live is only for USA. Only for America. Please don't ask in the chat about any other nation. I don't know, nor does he know. He is certified CPA of America. And where is he located? New York. He is a mentorship student. He is an original mentorship student that started off everything since the butt naked on the couch days. He's always been there. I'm going to bring him on, but before, again, leave the comments in the chat. Mendoza, my assistant, will be in the chat monitoring whatever you need. Again, the books, the free course, all of it, whatever, just use that stuff. But one of the key things I want you to get out of this live that I'm about to do, I've done this live year to year on Instagram. We've never done it on YouTube. It's the first time we're bringing it here. So that's what we're going to talk about, taxes related to. So pay attention to this live, because my suffering has been caused by the amount of money that I pay in taxes. It's, I make a little bit of money, but the taxes is huge. Like I'm telling you, and I told you, my suffering lately has been the amount of money I owe in taxes, and it's just insane. And it's basically like this. You move up, the IRS comes and slaps you off and says, go back here. I made a little bit of money on crypto swing trading last year. I made a little bit on scalping penny stocks. I made the most when I used to short garbage penny stocks. And again, as you know, in America, the more you make, the more they take. And that's the part that hurts you when you're trying to build an empire, when you're like, wait a second, huh? So just so you know, we're going to make it happen. Let's get it ready. And there is Anthony right there. Mentorship students. He's a mentorship student in the secret Instagram. Anthony, welcome to the live, my brother. Appreciate you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Anthony. How are you doing, brother?
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It's nice to be back. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's waste no time. Let's get ready.
That's it. So before anyone says anything, again, Anthony, just give we've known each other for what? Give a little story about us, our trip to Colombia, our mentorship in Medellin. Tell a little bit.
It's been a long ride, Professor. We started, I believe it was in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Back in the original group. But I tell you what, we made a family out of it. Every year we come together, we make this happen. I know there's always a lot of questions. We had the Colombia experience, of course. We had the original mentorship program. There's a lot.
Remember during the original mentorship, I got in trouble. I don't know if you remember, because I didn't let you force you to wear a mask. Remember that?
Yes. We were kind of not following the rules. I remember that perfectly.
I got in so much trouble,
Professor. It was fun. It was fun. We've learned a lot, and I'm pretty sure that it was the beginning of something great. I'm guessing you had many students after us, but it's always something to carry on, and always you can show it forward. So yeah.
Well, I hope you come back eventually, because I do futures now, and I would love to have you back, because you don't have to pay ever again. You paid once, you're done. But I would love to have you come back. It'll be very nice.
This is interesting. A new topic.
Futures is awesome, Anthony. Futures is awesome.
Yeah. Professor, why am I only hearing about this now?
I don't know. You're a busy guy. I know it's tax season, but trust me, all you need, Anthony, is this much money in your account. No PDT rule. You can have 2,000, 3,000, and consistently, if you list, same thing, candles, levels, multiple time frames, and make between 350 and 800 with that small amount in your account. No PDT rule, unlimited trading. Links for TradingView.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to talk about this.
We'll talk about it. So, Anthony, it's not about you. It's not about me. And I appreciate you taking out the time. I know it's busy tax season. Let's jump right into it. United States-based taxes. And I just want to know, let's go like we always do. If a trader wants to become a trader, what is the best way he can go for tax write-offs and getting as much money back? That's what I want to talk about with you, Anthony. Go for it.
That's one of the questions I get the most, especially from new traders, the ones getting into the business. So unfortunately, for the IRS, trading is not much of a business, but it's a hobby. So we kind of have to, and I don't want to say we're breaking the rules, but we're kind of finding that wiggle room that allows us to take advantage of some of the tax write-offs. One of the best way to get it done is opening up an LLC. We open up an LLC as one of the best way to kind of take advantage of all of your expenses, both personal and kind of related to your trading business. So at the beginning, I know we're often, because we're learning, sometimes we lose a lot of money. Sometimes while we're learning, we're also having a lot of expenses. We're making a lot of investments. It's a lot at the beginning. So once you go do your tax return with your CPA or your accounting or whoever your tax guy is, a lot of the times you sit there and you tell them, well, I pay this much for a seminar, and I pay this much for this, and I pay this much for a new laptop. And the first thing you're going to hear is, well, that's not deductible. So it's always a good thing to get yourself set up with an LLC. It could be a basic LLC. It doesn't have to be anything fancy.
What's a basic LLC, Anthony? Tell them. What's a basic LLC? What is it? Because I know there's S corp, C corp, all these type of things.
So a basic LLC is just something that is treated as a sole proprietorship. So the way it works is everything that you're reporting under that company is going to fall under your personal tax return. And you want that. You want that because a lot of us do have that 9 to 5. We are making money elsewhere, So when it comes to it, your expenses, your losses are going to offset your other 9 to 5 income. So in a way, you're kind of taking advantage of something by taking, some of that income off the table.
Got you. Okay, so so what I use I have an LLC. I run everything through that, and I have a lot of tax benefits. So even though I pay a lot in taxes, my write-offs, praise God, helps bring down some of that tax burden. So create an LLC. I use LegalZoom, LegalZoom.com, everybody. And once they create it, what do they do next, Anthony? So legal. That's it. This weekend they're creating. It's too late now. They'll have to do taxes for the next year. It's too late. But I created it. Now what?
It's too late for 24, but it's a good time for 25. So the way it works is once you create your LLC, obviously you want to go get yourself a business account. And what you want to do with that business account is anything from your internet that you're using for your trading to your phone payments. If you're traveling, if you're paying for any of those mentorships, if you're buying any books, if you're paying for subscriptions, any of that actually now becomes deductible. Just make sure you paid off from that business account, and there you go. Now you have what you need to kind of cover that for next year.
So Anthony, listen, because this is key. I love what you said. So you said internet. Because you're using the internet to trade. The laptop that you bought, a nice laptop, not the crappy Mac ones or the ones you guys are using. The internet service provider, the phone service provider. I have a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 that I used to trade, a $2,000 phone. Okay, the books that people are buying. By the way, when you buy the book, you get the receipt. That's the receipt in the email. Sign up for the mentorship. All the tax write-off, Anthony. So basically, whatever their tax burden is, that stuff is a write-off. Meaning, if they were paying it in taxes, now they're not paying that anymore in taxes.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
So what's happening is, what if otherwise you didn't have the LLC and you already paid for all of those things, and now you can't really write them off? You're basically, you just spend some money on a new business, but you're not taking advantage of any of those write-offs. So getting your LLC at the beginning is something that's key. It's something that I recommend everybody to get it done so everybody can take advantage of that at the end of the year.
So now let's pretend we don't forget the LLC now. That's done with. So that's for 2025. Let's go back to 2024. Right. Can they do anything, or that's it? It's too late. They can't do any of the write-offs. It's too late.
It's very limited. And there is an option B, but it doesn't have as much as credibility as an LLC, in which you can go and tell the IRS, hey, I'm a business on my own. I'm not really registered, but this is the expenses I've had. Now, when it comes to trading, the IRS is you can say they don't really believe much. So when it comes to it, if you start telling them you had all these write-offs and you had $10,000 in write-offs, with nothing to show for, a lot of the times they'll go knocking on your door and they'll say, okay, well, this is a hobby. This isn't a business. This isn't a registered business, so you're not entitled to those expenses.
Understood. So now, so that's done with. So let's go losses. I know that there's a certain dollar amount that if a trader loses within the year, it's a write-off. What's that, Anthony?
Well, it's 3,000, and it hasn't really moved for a couple of years now. So what's happening is, if you lost $3,000 or over as your net, meaning as your ending balance at the end of the year, you're allowed to take at least $3,000. Whatever is over that is going to roll over to the following year, and so on until you actually break even. So a lot of us have numbers, that'll hold off for a little while. A lot of us have numbers that will only hold off for a year or two, but definitely make sure you take advantage of that write-off, because that's really going to help.
So for those of you, and I know what you're going to ask, but wait, Professor, I never hit sell on any of my meme coins, and it's going to zero, and you see negative. Anthony, and this is a question that you get all these years. Ready? Because I know what you guys are going to ask. If they never hit sell on any of their swing trades, their long-term, all the red bags they're holding in the meme coins and all that shenanigans, they only get taxed on the second they hit sell, correct?
That is correct. You can hold on to something for years. You can hold on to something forever, and it's not being taxed until you hit that sell button.
So just remember that. And by the way, scalp traders, let's talk rates, Anthony. Yeah, this is why I know. I'm trying to get the key questions before they even ask in the chat. I already know. Well,
right.
How much percent are they getting taxed for swing trading, long-term investing over a year? Capital gains, long-term, short-term. Go, Anthony.
So capital gains is basically broken down into a few categories. If you're short-term, we're being taxed basically as all of your other ordinary income. So what does that mean? There's tax brackets. Just like your W-2, your 9 to 5, your tax bracket will depend on how high your income is. Us short-term traders, most of the times we are being taxed as ordinary income, meaning that it'll really depend on what your total income at the end of the year is. So, those that make $10,000 a year are getting taxed on a much smaller tax rate than those making $100,000. So it'll really depend on how everything comes together. And then again, I come back to the expenses for that reason, because that extra $5,000 that you spend on your business might be the difference between you landing on an 18% tax rate or a 22% tax rate. So it's really good to keep that in mind, because everything kind of comes together on your personal tax returns. Your W-2, your 1099s, your trading, your business, everything comes together, and that's how they determine what your tax rate will be at the end of the year. Now, this is for short-term traders. Now, those long-term traders, swing traders, and it's usually those that hold on to something for over a year, your capital gains work a little differently. You start at 0%, then from there, and I have the table here. I want to make sure I give you guys the right information. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
No worries, Anthony. Again, all this information is for American people. I cannot bring on an Australian account, a Canadian account, a UK account, a German, and a North African. Not happening. So please, don't even bother asking any questions related to that. This is just America-based. Camera's perfect, Anthony.
I'm sorry?
No, your camera good. You did whatever you did, that even better. Now you fit even better. No, but get the thing you want. But the rest of you guys, again, as you're watching, use the free course, daytradeprofessor.com, link in the bio. Everything is in the bottom. You see it right there. I will be live on Friday, Trader Q&A. Boom, boom. What else? Read the damn books. If you bought it this year, tax write-off, mentorship, tax write-off. What website again? LegalZoom.com. You can drop that in the chat, madam. LegalZoom.com. We're going to drop that in the chat right now. So, what you drink? Stop. What are you over drinking from that thing? Drink from this thing.
All right.
Yes, Anthony.
So here's what I have, Professor. So 0%, and it really depends on your filing status, but we start at 0% on long-term capital gains from $0 to $47,000. So if you're making $47,000 or less on capital gains, and this is long-term, once again, I want to emphasize that, you're not getting taxed.
Wait, hold on, Anthony. If you make $45,000 profit on a swing trade, you don't pay taxes on it?
You don't pay any taxes.
When did this come out?
This has been on for, a couple of years now, Professor.
Huh.
They kind of narrow it down. And this is long term. So those
no. I'm talking about a year or more. So wait, my question: 50,000 on a profit on a trade, then I officially owe how much? Then I owe money, 50%.
Right. Now, let's say you're a head of household. Let's say you have a child. You're the head of your household. You go from zero to $63,000. So $63,000 or less, you're not getting taxed. And if you're married, between your spouse and yourself, is $94,000.
Damn, homie. So if I'm married, if I make $93,000 profit on a trade, swing trade, I don't pay any tax on that.
Not at all. As long as you're filing married, you're not getting taxed at all.
Damn, homie. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Then we move on to 15%. That's the next tax bracket. And that's from $47,000, where we left off, to $518,000 as a single. So most of us, if we're doing this on regular basis, most likely will end up on that 15% tax rate.
Anthony, hold on. How much is the tax on scalp trading?
Well, again, scalp traders, they get taxed based on your tax bracket.
No. It puts that into your pay like a W-2. I heard you. So like if let's just use a whole number, $100,000 a year salary. A regular person. I know before someone says regular people don't make that, bro. 100,000. Let's just keep it simple. That's all it is. I know the average salary in America is like, what is it, Anthony? 47,000, right? Is the average salary in America? You would know this.
Give or take.
Yeah, so let's just do 100,000, and that scalp trader made $50,000 in scalp trading profits, right? Where's my poster? By the way, that would put you. Okay, let's see. Just hit sell. You are at level. Let's just do level 3. A level 3 trader making $250, taking losses here and there. That's $63,000 extra salary on the year. You get taxed as if it's a regular paycheck.
It is a regular paycheck. That's correct.
Huh. Okay.
Now here's the thing. So anyone making 47,000 up to 100 is getting taxed at about 22%. Long term is about 15%. So anything over 100, you go to the next bracket. That's about 24%. So we kind of have a ladder. Unfortunately, that's the downside between scalp trading and swing trading. But we kind of make money faster, so that'll make sense.
Yep. Now, let me ask you a question. For those traders that are making $1 million plus a year, what's the tax bracket on $1 million plus a year?
$1 million plus a year, and we're talking about scalp traders.
We're talking about swinging, scalp trading all together.
So it's between 20 to 37%.
Damn, homie.
Swing traders is 20%. 37% is the higher tax rate.
Yeah.
So anything over 600,000.
So how am I being hit with 40% taxes, Anthony?
You got to move out of New York.
I know, bro. I know.
This is all federal numbers. You know the state and city are gonna kill you.
Anthony, I'll give you
go to Florida.
I'll tell you a funny story. So my accountant called me, right? He goes, "This is your tax," and I was in bed. It was a Saturday, Sunday. He works for me. I woke up. I was in bed watching a movie. I'm like, I don't pick up calls. My notification. Oh, but when my accountant calls, I gotta pick up that call. I'm like, yo, what's up? He goes, yeah, listen, are you sitting or standing? I said, I'm laying down. He goes, okay, I'm about to say something. Don't panic. I said, what's up, bro? It's all good. He goes, I'm about to say how much you owe in taxes. Anthony, he said the dollar amount. And God bless. My heart hurt. I jumped out of bed. I started standing and pacing around. And then point being, I paid it, right? And then he called me a week later. He goes, why haven't you paid your taxes? I'm like, what you mean? I said, I paid it. He goes, you only paid the New York. You didn't pay. I said, what? I said, I owe more? He goes, yeah. I said, bro. So point being, you're saying, but I already know the answer. We've done this many times. If I moved to Puerto Rico, I wouldn't be having any of these conversations, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Leave New York, Professor. It's not a good place for you. At least spend 181 days in Puerto Rico. You can go back to New York afterwards.
You know what it is?
Spend 181 days there. It'll make you a permanent resident of Puerto Rico. You'll be all right.
No, I know. You know what it is, Anthony? Trust me, the only thing that keeps me in New York is my parents. You know, my brother got married, left New York. My sister got married, Chicago. Somebody has to be there. And it's in my culture, it's in my DNA as the son in my culture. I have to, because those two are gone.
Right.
So I have no choice, bro. I'm stuck here.
No, I understand.
And that's my reasoning. Trust me, in the future, a day will come. Of course, we have to be realistic. Less realistic. They won't be around always. And then my detachment to New York is officially cut off. That is the only thing that keeps me here, bro, is that I'm attached because of them.
Okay, no, I get it. Take them with you.
No, they want to. When the process starts, they want to. But I know it won't be good for them because their friends and family is everyone here. It's not good to take older people away from their friends and family,
That is true.
So I'll deal with the suffering of what I have to with taxes. It is what it is. All right, so we got that out of the way. Where is the best place in America to live for tax benefits or tax relief?
Puerto Rico is one of them, obviously.
And
if you want to stay in the States, honestly, just look for one of those states that are not paying any taxes. So, and I'm pretty sure I'll miss most of them, but one that can come up right away is Florida.
Okay, what is the benefit of Florida? Because a lot of people are moving there. Give me.
Well, no state taxes. That's basically it. You go there, you pay no state income tax. No, not on your 9 to 5, not on anything else.
Wait a second.
You have to worry about federal
people
tax.
in Florida that work a 9 to 5 keep the full check?
They keep their full state part. So here's the thing. Us in New York, we're paying not only state taxes,
we pay everything.
We're paying city taxes as well.
Yeah.
We're literally paying everything.
Yeah.
Those in Florida worry about their federal tax bracket, and that's about it. That's all they have to worry about. So that's one of the benefits of being out there in Florida.
Damn,
and you have a few other ones. I want to say, I don't know. I want to say Texas for some reason.
I have no idea. Don't say nothing if you're not 100% in. By the way, guys.
Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I can send that over.
He's a professional CPA. He is a mentorship student. So mentorship students, if you live in New York, your accountant company. Where is your business? In the Bronx, Anthony?
I'm out here in the Bronx, but I do have clients all over the place. I have some Florida clients. I have some over in California. I mean, I have everyone from everywhere. It's more than welcome. It doesn't really limit myself. Being in New York doesn't really limit the service.
Say your website, Anthony. I'll drop your website in the description below. And then, madam, you could drop it in the link. Drop it in the chat. Go ahead, Anthony.
Awesome. Will do. We can definitely move forward. If you have any other questions.
Yeah, what's the website, Anthony?
Oh, you want me to? I was going to send it over.
No, you can say it, but you can send it over too. But just say it.
So you can just look us up on Instagram. It'll be AP Tax and Business Services. A
as in Alpha, P as in Peter, Tax Services.
That's it. Tax and Business Services.
And businesses, cool. Madam, just drop that in the chat. All right, there you go. All right, Anthony, let's keep going. So let's talk about. We got the loser stuff out the way. Now, if you're making money trading and no LLC. What's any benefit of anything? Any write-off of any kind?
Honestly, you're setting up yourself to kind of give your money back to the government. So, it's really rough on us traders when it comes to the way we get taxed. Because again, if you're not dealing with an LLC, you're kind of just balancing between your losses and your gains. And if that's a positive number, you're paying taxes on that 100% of the time. There's no way around it. You can't really do much with your expenses after that.
Okay. All right, next question. That's the stock stuff. Any differences with crypto or anything crypto, or is everything's the same with crypto too and the stocks?
Everything it's very similar except when it comes to, because the difference between the stock market and crypto market is you can kind of find your way around it when it comes to crypto because you can do it from anywhere. So it kind of opens the door to you following rules based on the country you're trading for or where everything it's really coming from. So that's really the difference. That's where but if you're buying in New York, if you're buying in the US and you're using the brokerages we all love to use, most likely you're being taxed the same way as if you were buying any other security.
Also, by the way, everyone watching, remember one thing, okay? If you don't know, now you know. At the beginning of the year, Webull, TradeStation, Coinbase, Robinhood, Thinkorswim, they will email you your form. It's called the 1099, Anthony, I believe.
That is correct. Everybody should be receiving their 1099. And a lot of the time, if you make dividends, it's included in the same document. If you're getting any interest, it's included in the same documents. And they'll also give you the summary of everything else.
So, boom on that. You don't have to do much, but take that and hand it to your accountant. Anthony, I thought dividends don't get taxed.
They do. It depends. It really depends. There is taxable dividends, and there's non-taxable dividends. So it really depends on what type of dividends is coming your way.
Can you explain if you know?
You'll see it. Some of them is called ordinary dividends. So the ordinary dividends are not taxable. The other one is.
What the hell is an ordinary dividend?
I'm sorry?
What the hell is an ordinary dividend?
That's where it becomes more of an accounting thing.
Understood.
But yeah, most of what we make that gets put back into your account is not being taxed.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going into it. I know I have some people that do real estate. What about the real estate people that are doing, because I know you into real estate, you're like big into that stuff as well. What's the tax advantage of being in real estate? Because I know some people watching are into that too. Knock that out as well.
Well, the best part, and it's very similar to the stock market, the best part about owning real estate, as long as it's not your primary home, you're allowed to deduct any expenses that you have, from paying maintenance to management fees. Obviously, you got to report any rental income coming your way, but you can get very creative with the things that you put back into your properties. A lot of the times, we're constantly making constructions, and we're constantly making repairs. We're constantly sending someone over to fix this, fix that. So a lot of the times, if you own real estate, those things will offset. And if you end up on a negative number, that'll also have that same effect as if you lost money on the stock market. So it kind of offset your 9-to-5, your W-2 income.
Now, next question, Anthony. I don't know if you can talk about it. I'll just say it, but I'm going to try to talk in code. I don't get in trouble with the algorithm. I know TRUMP is doing a lot of stuff with the IRS and firing people and all these. What are the major changes coming that you know or you don't know? You can say you don't know, but any major changes coming? What's happening? He's talking major changes, right?
Yeah.
What are you hearing?
Basically, what's happening is this. The plan right now is to actually get rid of the IRS.
Completely?
I don't know if everybody knows, but the IRS is a private entity. So what happens is the government is actually contracting the IRS to take care of anything tax related. They are contracted to take care of everyone paying their taxes. What's happening now is they're kind of balancing if it's even worth it, or if we rather just take advantage of giving everybody sort of like a tax bill at the end of the year. You pay off your tax bill and you move on based on what you've made. So that's the plan.
Wait,
I'm not saying
Anthony.
it's going to happen.
Was this on the news? I haven't read any of this anywhere.
Yeah. So they've been it's been in the plan since before he was elected.
I love President Biden. I think he did a great job. I love Kamala Harris. I love them so much. I love open board. I love all that stuff. So I can't get in trouble. I said I love him. So YouTube, see, I love Joe Biden. I can't get in trouble. Wait. I thought Biden wanted to increase taxes on everybody, and he was hiring people in the IRS to take people down for Zelle payments and Venmoing $800.
Right.
I love Joe Biden so much. He's the best.
Everything is kind of on hold right now. A lot of things were in motion, but everything's put on hold. So what's happening is, I don't know if you realize that a lot of government officials working for the IRS are either getting fired.
Yeah, that I read. They're being laid off, and TRUMP wants to get. Yeah, I heard that.
So all of that is happening because he's starting to understand that the IRS might not be necessary. The IRS might not be something that we need to kind of take care of everybody.
So how will I pay my taxes then? What's this plan? Like, how do I do that then?
It'll be pretty simple. It'll be as easy as I made this much, you owe this much, have a good day. It works like that for you now, but for most of us,
that's how it works. My accountant takes all my info and says you owe this much, and I have a mini heart attack, and I'm like, oh goddamn, okay.
Yeah. So what's happening is, if you're in the middle to lower class, a lot of the times we got to deal with deductions, and we got to deal with exemptions, and we got to deal with credits. So a lot of those things are just gonna fade away. Unfortunately, that's the bad side.
So wait, no deductions for the lower class of society.
Right. So the higher class doesn't really get much deductions anyways.
Yeah.
But the lower class, those deductions is what really make a difference between you getting a refund of $2,000 or getting a refund of $10,000. So those things, in a sense, will kind of fade away if it actually comes to
What's your opinion? Do you think it's going to happen? Because he's getting everything done, man. TRUMP is knocking everything out the park.
I'm just really hoping that whatever changes come is fair to everyone.
Yep.
That's all we can really ask for, because here in the U.S. we really have that. What can I say? There's a balance. So those lower class need the help. So the help is kind of focused on them. Middle class gets some of that help, and then the higher class, well, there's a way of getting yourself some deductions as well.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we covered the major things. I think, what is left for us to cover, Anthony? We covered the stocks, the crypto. Forex, people, we're not getting into it. Americans don't really do Forex. That's you UK, Europe guys, the African people, and the Asian nations. You guys really are into the Forex, so we're not even going to touch base on that. But anything else left on the docket, Anthony, before I let you go?
Not that I can think of. Unless everyone or anyone has questions that haven't really been answered. But if you guys have my Instagram, so you guys are more than welcome to shoot your questions over to me. I'll try to make some time and kind of send everybody their answers back within a good amount of time.
Boom. But the best way to reach you is your tax accountant Instagram.
That is correct, yes.
Correct. All right. Listen, can you give my mentorship students a discount? Just my mentorship students.
Of course, and it's always on the table. I mean, I have some of those mentorship students. They come back every year. Believe me, I have students that have come and gone, and they still come to me, and I love it because we have that conversation every year. So yeah. Anybody who comes my way, I'm open to providing my service.
Thank you. Mentorship students in the secret Instagram. Again, mentorship students in the secret Instagram. Once you become a mentorship student, you get dropped into the secret Instagram. The highlights, if you look at the highlights, scroll, it's already in there. So all that information's there. His Instagram is, can I give you a personal Instagram? Or don't? No, let me just go through your tab. Okay.
Both is fine.
His Instagram is Yo Soy Soriano. Boom. And then his accountant one will drop in the chat right now. Madam, just drop it in the chat, please. And there it is. Anthony, I appreciate you so much for doing this year to year to year. And I guess, listen.
I'm glad to be here, Professor.
We'll talk. I appreciate it. I want you to come back to class. Again, it's free for you. Nice campus. And we're doing futures, live trading, all that. Futures is, Anthony, magical, bro. Magical.
I'm very interested, Professor. So you'll definitely see me. We'll definitely talk soon about it.
Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome. Have a good one, and we'll talk. Bye.
Sounds good. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Anthony. All right, guys. That was Yo Soy Soriano. And now, let's just quickly review what he talked about. Taxes. You saw what he said with swing trading, all of that. Deductions. Create LLC. Again, this is for America. I don't know about rest of the world, so please don't even bother because I know I'm international. Create an LLC. The write-offs. What are some of the write-offs? Is the books. It's the travel to class because I'm international. You guys that are flying in. It's the books. Travel to class. It's the mentorship itself. It's the hotel or Airbnb, whatever the freak. It's all the food, all that stuff. You go, create that LLC. And again, I'll just drop it here. It's in the chat right now. The website I used to create my business was called LegalZoom.com. My spelling and my Z's. There you go. Legal, that's a Z, by the way, not a 2. LegalZoom.com, that's what I use. And that's it. Create the LLC. Look all that. It's not that complicated because, like I said, that 1099 is sent to you in January from all the brokers. And if they don't send it, log in, I guess, and go to documents and see it. But I know I got it. Coinbase sent it to me weeks ago. What was it last year I was doing? Or do you call it? Trade Zero sent it already when I was shorting penny stocks last year. And TradeStation will send. I don't think I got one from TradeStation, but I have to check. So there it is. So I'll see you guys on the taxes part next year, 2026. But we do the taxes part every year. It's the first time we did it on YouTube. Listen very carefully. Oh, let me read a verse out of the Quran. You guys already know. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. I feel like I've read this already. Yeah. I like this one. Chapter 22, the pilgrimage, Al-Hajj, verse 1. O humanity, fear your Lord, for the violent quaking at the hour is surely a dreadful thing. The day you see it, every nursing mother will abandon what she is nursing, and every pregnant woman will deliver her burden prematurely. And you will see people as if they were drunk, though they will not be drunk. But the torment of God is terribly severe. You know what's interesting about this? Our life is inevitably going to be taken away. The day of judgment, the end days, whenever they come. I'm not saying they're coming tomorrow. I know some people believe they're coming soon. Oh my God, TRUMP is the president, the end days. I'm not believing in that. What I will tell you is this. Throughout studying history, every generation thinks the world is coming to an end. Go ask your grandparents that. Literally, every generation is like, the world's going to end. It's so bad out there. The world ain't ending until a major event, cataclysm, is going to take place, right? It's basically the poles will flip one day. The poles, the axes of Earth, will flip. And the sun will go to the opposite direction. Sunrise, sunset will be from opposite directions. And then we're closer to the end. I'm not getting into how I know these things. That's a side conversation. But what I will tell you is, just live a good life. What are you fearing? What are you fearing? I just found out today one of my students passed away. He wasn't really my student. I knew him. He was a good guy, but he passed away. He had a heart attack, died young. And I just found out about it today. It happened last week. And I was like, oh my God, isn't that crazy? He was a good guy, always nice to me. Life is that short. And he's younger than me and he passed away. Heart attack. I'm not getting into if he got the you-know-what and all the people that got you-know-whats are dying from that. We're not getting into these things. I love Joe Biden. I think Joe Biden is a great president. Kamala Harris is a great vice president. So point being, that's the live. I'll see you guys on Friday, Trader Q&A. And boom, boom, boom. Have a good night. May peace be upon you all. Let's go.